Hey guys, just a quick video on the battery relocation on a Mark III Supra. I relocated my battery in the trunk this past summer, a couple of months ago, and the reason being is because I wanted to clean up the front end over here because I was planning on running a different intake manifold, but now I'm planning on running the stock one just because I'm not looking for crazy power. I already made 700, not looking for something more crazier than that. And also, please excuse this wiring right here because I've been having some issues that needs to get addressed. So that's why that wiring is right there. But in the meantime, the battery relocation is in the trunk. I just wanted to show you guys exactly what I did, where I mounted in the trunk, and how I ran the wires. I did not, for starters, run the wires underneath the car. One, because personally, I think it's not safe because you are going to be hitting a lot of rocks and things on the road, and it's going to obviously hit the wiring. And I don't want to, have come to that when I'm driving. So here's just a quick video on the battery location. I'll get to those wiring in shortly, but let me show you guys exactly where I mounted my battery. So the battery's right here in the trunk on the right side, passenger rear. Let me show you guys a little video over here of this. My fuel pump, that's my fuel pump right there. The reason why the trunk is cut because I have a dash 8 fitting coming out of it and dash 6 return. That's a Walbro Helicat Walbro pump in there, and that's my relay that's mounted over there. So all this is going to get cleaned up this winter. More videos to come, but I have a Moroso box here for the battery. Bought this off Amazon. I believe it was $68 or $65 or something like that. It does come with all the clips to hold this battery in place, and bolted down on all these little holes. It gets connected to the bottom portion of it. I left it on open just because when I installed it, everything, I just want to make sure everything was going smooth, or everything was working well. And same with the wiring with the fuel pump, because I wanted to check after during the tune that the wiring wasn't getting warmed up or heating up. So that's the reason why this is not fully bolted down. So this will be bolted on this winter. So here's the battery. The kit that it comes with, obviously comes with the box and all the kits, the bracket and stuff. I don't know what's going on here. It looks like acid. It's not covering. It's not over the two covers of the acid. So I don't know exactly what's going on here. I'll have to double check that. But the bracket, this bracket does come with the battery box, and I cut it down just as you can see, just so I don't hit those top parts. And it secures the battery down. This battery is in here pretty good, so it ain't coming out. And I had to go to Ace Hardware to get two different studs. The studs that it comes with, it comes up all the way up to here. I needed something smaller, so I got this from AutoZone. I'm sorry, not AutoZone, Ace Hardware. So you may have to do that if you're planning on putting your battery back where I put in mine. So the way this is bolted down is sitting actually above my fuel tank. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can get in there. That's how it's sitting. I bolted down. I had to drill 2 holes on the bottom, and obviously with the box sitting here, I drilled 2 holes, ran the studs, put the battery in there, put the bracket on here, and I held the studs from the bottom and screwed it in by hand. And then obviously once both of them are in, I use the impact gun, or you can just use a wrench and just tighten it all the way down, obviously. So that's how this battery is secured on here. It ain't moving at all whatsoever. It's not gonna move. It's secured pretty good. The way I ran the battery, you got your power wire. You got your power wire right here, and then I also have my fuel pump wire wiring here, and I got obviously the 2 breaker bars relays over here, one for the power, one for the fuel pump. You can do it this way if you like. This is just the way I did it. Not the cleanest, but it works. And I obviously drilled 2 holes and then put zip ties through it, through here. And that's how the wires running through it. And as for grounding, obviously same thing. Drill 2 holes on each end, ran 2 grounds, and then the white wires to the pump. The way I ran the wire is obviously it's running through inside to the trunk and then to the side of the each side of the car. So the way I ran it, I'm not gonna be able to exactly show you guys, but I had this top to portion of it out, and then I ran the wires through the side, through here, pretty much underneath the carpet. Obviously, you're gonna have to take everything apart. This is just the way I did it. I ran it through the side of the car, and then on each end of the car, this side and that side, there is a little rubber piece in the fender well, which you can take out, and that's where. That's where I ran the wire through. So you can tell that I didn't run the wire through here originally. In the past, I had a wire running through here for the fuel pump when the battery was in the front. I didn't like it. It looked messy as hell. So I ran it through the fender well. There's a little whole rubber piece. You'll see it if you really dig underneath it. There's a rubber piece over there, and then obviously I took the fender well cover out and then ran the wire and what's it called, to the body harness, and then I kind of zip tied it to that, and then ran it through to underneath the front and then to the block. That's my ground. Now I did the same thing for the power to the other side, and let me get my flashlight. So I did the same thing on this side, and then I'll show you guys. You see where that wire is coming out? That's coming out from the fender. And it's like pretty much inside here, the fender well, obviously to the body harness. And then I zip tied it to the body harness, and then it comes out of here. And then obviously I have one wire going to the starter, which this will be cleaned up this winter. I did this quickly because I was getting it tuned. The car was getting tuned at the time, and I needed to get this done as quick as possible. I don't like this. I don't think it's cleanly done, or at least meets my standards of liking. So this will be cleaned up this winter, and there's too much going on over here with the wires. A lot of these wires are coming from the harness, the fuse box. There's a white wire, and then these two wires, and then actually four wires, I'm sorry. This white wire is actually for my starter. It's the starter mod. Then you got the red wire, which is connected to this white wire, and then that's going to the battery, the block. So this one's actually going to the starter. I'll show you exactly in a second how I mounted it on the bottom. Then you have your starter wire, and then this is the battery wire right here, the fat one, 1 gauge or 0 gauge, coming from the back. So it's not clean, but this is what I needed to do to get the car up and running to meet the tune deadline. And then after that, I didn't get a chance to go ahead and clean this up. I will be cleaning this up in this winter, along with a lot of other things. This, for example, this is trash. The cap keeps coming off. I don't know why. But let me just show you guys exactly how I ran the wire underneath. Hopefully I can get a clear video for you guys. For starters, that's how my alternator wire is wired in. It's wired there, and then it's ran through underneath there. Let me get a video for you. So that's my ground and alternator wire. Obviously, certain locations I had to zip tie it to certain things, but other than that, I have got a little piece right there that's holding my power wire to the alternator, and then obviously going to the front. That little loop right there, I do have to clean that up. That's just me giving myself extra wiring to. And then the starter wire, that both need to be cleaned up. The reason why there's extra wire right there, which I need to raise that up because that's not safe at all. I give myself extra wiring because obviously I'm going to move that battery block that I just showed you guys in a different location. So that's giving me myself an extra wiring just so I can put it wherever I need to move. So I do need to fix that. I just realized that shouldn't be hanging that way it is right now. But other than that, that's how it's wired in. There are little threads over here on the bottom. Where the bolts, they have bolts going there. I used that and mounted this little piece right here. I don't know what, forgot what these called, the clamps, whatever these are called. That's what I mounted on. So that's how I ran through the underneath the car from in the front, and then obviously to the side, passenger side and driver side, underneath inside the car, all the way to the back. So that's my battery location, guys. That's how I did it. Other people have done it underneath the car and ran into the bottom and then to the front or on each end. I do want to show you this one last thing. My ground wire is right here, and it's connected to the battery block right there. I also forgot to mention, okay, the two ground wires that I mentioned in the back. I have two grounds. One obviously is going to the block, which highly recommended and you should do. The other one, I have it to the chassis here. Now, the reason why to the chassis, which is right there, is because a good ground is good to have, because if you don't have a proper ground, I'm sure you guys seen videos of people, cars are catching on fire because of the harness catch on fire and stuff like that due to heat and stuff. So I did two grounds. I didn't need to run two grounds obviously separately. I could have just ran a wire from here to the chassis and chassis to the front. I just did it to just two grounds just because it's good to have, safe to have. But I don't know what the hell's going on here. I do need to look into this. It's not this. These are both are closed. I don't know what's going on here. So excuse that, guys. Yeah. So that's something I need to look into. Other questions I'm sure you guys are gonna start asking is these terminals. I got these from Amazon. They're like $20 or less than that. I'll try to see if I can find them and put the link in the description for you guys. But I've ran this terminal for 5 years now, and no issues whatsoever. So obviously they give you two, one's ground, one's power. I love them. They're like less than $20, so I'm sure you can find this in the audio shop as well. But I mean, I ordered from Amazon Prime and it took me a day or two to get it. So yeah, that's my battery relocation, guys. Very simple. I'm sure a lot of people have done it in the middle because obviously, weight distribution, or if you put it on the side, or just, throws out the weight. Well, guess what? It was sitting on the front left side, driver's side. That didn't throw off the weight. It did. And nobody cares to, notice that. So I wanted to put it in the middle, but obviously I wanted to keep the carpet and stuff. But look at this shit. It's not perfect, but that's why I have the cover on, and then this carpet. I didn't want to rip this carpet, but I mean, I'll see what I want to do, what I'll do in the future. But you will have to cut this board up too to clear. See, as you can tell, I had to cut it up just to clear it. But that's if you're planning on keeping the stuff in the back. But I wanted to, just because I wanted a clean setup, and it's not as clean as what I want it to be, but it is clean enough for me to be happy about for now. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave me comments or questions if you guys have. I'll be happy to assist you guys with any questions that you may have how to relocate the battery. So obviously I do recommend getting these guys. Again, these are from Amazon. I'm sorry, Rocket Fish. I bought that from Amazon. I think that was less than $50. I'll try to find the link and put it in the description for you guys. But yeah, if you have questions, please feel free to leave some comments. And also, if you haven't been following my channel, please follow. I'll have more videos on my car. Obviously, there are things that I need to address this winter. One is I am getting my diff rebuilt, so that's going to be a nice video for the winter. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you for watching.